Osaro came back on a Tuesday. No one came to the motor park to meet him. Not because they did not know he was coming. He had sent a message the night before. But nobody in his family had figured out yet what face to wear when they saw him. So it was easier for all of them to simply be busy when the boss arrived. He had been gone for 14 months. He left with the money from the family land, a plot his father had held for 22 years, sold in 3 days to a buyer who knew the family needed it fast, and priced accordingly. He left with a bag, a number for a connection in Kano, and the same story every young man from his street in Benin City carried out like a passport. I will reach Italy. I will send money back. Give me 1 year. He came back with a smaller bag, less weight in his face than when he left, and nothing else. The land was gone. The money was gone. And Italy had stayed exactly where it always was, on the other side of a sea he never reached. Osaro was 24 when he made the decision. If you had asked him then to explain it, he would not have called it desperation. He would have called it calculation. He had a diploma in electrical installation. It had gotten him exactly 2 years of irregular work, 3 weeks here, a month there, long stretches of nothing in between. His mother's hospital bills had eaten what little he saved. The family land was the only asset left, sitting there doing nothing while his mother got sicker and the bills kept coming. In Benin City, the road north to Libya and then Italy was not considered reckless among young men. It was considered by many the only rational option, when there were no factories, no industries, no jobs matching what they had studied for. Half the men on Osaro Street had a brother, a cousin, a neighbor who had made it, or whose money stopped arriving 1 month without explanation, and whose family quietly decided he must be fine, just busy settling in Europe. Because the other explanation was one nobody in Benin City wanted to say out loud. He sold the land. He paid the connection man in Kano. He told his mother he would come back with enough to buy the land twice over. She did not say don't go. She said, make sure you eat on the road. That was the last conversation they had before he left. He has thought about it many times since. If you have ever made a promise to someone who loves you, knowing even as you said it that you were not certain you could keep it, hit that like.
The journey from Benin City to Tripoli took 15 rough days. Through Kano, across Niger, through the Sahara Desert and into Libya. Osaro will not talk about the Sahara in detail. What he will say is this: the desert is so vast and so empty that after 2 days inside it, a man stops feeling real. The life he left behind in Benin City stops feeling real. His mother's face stops feeling real. There is nothing around you. No road, no sign, no landmark. Just sand in every direction, and a truck moving through darkness at 3 in the morning, carrying 23 people, each of them holding on to the belief that whatever is waiting on the other side of this emptiness must be worth what they left behind to find it. He arrived in Tripoli with less money than he planned and more fear than he admitted. He found work, cleaning, carrying, the kind of labor that exists everywhere in the world for men who have no papers and cannot negotiate. The wages were real but modest, not the Europe money, not the Italy money, not the money that buys land back, just enough to eat, pay the man whose floor he slept on, and send a small amount home every month that he told his family was just the beginning. The months passed. The crossing to Italy kept receding. The smugglers changed their prices. The routes changed. Men he had traveled with either made it across or disappeared in ways nobody discussed openly. After 11 months in Tripoli, Osaro made a calculation. The same kind of calculation he had made in Benin City. Not desperation, he told himself, just math. The math said, go home. The house in Benin City was the same. His mother's room still smelled of the same camphor she had always kept under her bed. His younger brother, Egosa, had grown almost 2 inches and was careful not to stand next to Osaro in a way that made the height difference obvious. Nobody asked him directly what happened. This is a specific kind of Benin City family mercy. The agreement, unspoken and immediate, that some things do not need to be said out loud to be understood by everyone in the room. The compound already knew. The neighbors already knew. In Benin City, news of a man's return without money moves faster than the man himself. Outside the house, it was less merciful. People on his street called him weak, not to his face, which would have required a directness that Benin City's social life reserves for very specific occasions, but in the way such things travel through a compound, picked up by a relative who heard only part of the story, passed to a neighbor who heard even less, arriving at Osaro's ears changed from whatever was originally said but unmistakably pointed at him. He came back empty. He couldn't take it. The boy is weak. Osaro heard all of it. He did not respond to any of it, but it settled somewhere in him that was already tender. In the Ido language, there is a proverb, Ogiao wa ruaro aimiaro ya geo seowa. If in order to avoid seeing your enemy, you blind yourself, you will have no eyes left to see your friends. The men on his street who called him weak had eyes full of other people's failures. Osaro had decided he would not give them his. What occupied him instead, quietly and with increasing urgency, was Egosa. Tell me in the comments, have you ever come home to a silence that said more than anyone was willing to say out loud? Just tell me you know what that silence feels like.
3 weeks after Osaro returned, Egosa came to sit with him on the back step in the evening. He was 21. He had their father's jaw and their mother's eyes, and the specific fearlessness of a young man who has not yet accumulated enough information to be properly afraid. They say the road has changed, new connections, safer now. Osaro said nothing for a long time. Then he reached into his bag, the smaller bag he came back with, and took out a phone. An old one, not his, cracked screen, a piece of masking tape across the back with a name written in biro, Idemudia E. He held it out to Egosa, not to give him, just to look at. A man from Benin City, lived 2 streets from where I was staying in Tripoli. I didn't know him well. He got sick, quickly. The kind of sick that doesn't give you time to make plans. He died before anyone could call his family. Nobody knew exactly where he was from. He had told different people different things, the way men do on that road when they are not sure who to trust. The other Nigerians in the house asked me to go through his phone, find a contact, someone to call. I found his mother's number. Idemudia had saved it in his phone as Mama. He had called her last about 6 weeks before he died. The last message she sent him said, "My son, when are you coming home? I am waiting." He never replied to it. I sat with that phone for 3 hours. I could not dial her number. I told myself I would do it tomorrow. I never did. I came home instead. And I have thought about that woman every single day since. Whether someone else eventually called her, whether she is still looking at her phone, not knowing why her son stopped picking up. I believed the road had changed too. That is exactly why I am telling you this. Egosa did not speak for a long time after that. He did not go that year. Whether the road will make its calculation on him again at 25 or 28, Osaro cannot say. Nobody can say that about a young man and the hunger that a city with no factories plants in him from the day he is born. What Osaro can say is this: his mother's health has slowly, partially improved.
He found work, electrical installation, irregular, the same unreliable work he left to escape. It is not enough, and it is what there is. The land is still gone. He does not call what he did brave. When men on his street call him weak, he no longer hears it the way he once did. In Benin City, there's a proverb the old people say when a man has been through something that changed the shape of him. Eha noreo waere, or tama noreo ha, ige enwireo wa. It is the house mouse that knows what is inside the house and tells the bush mouse. Osaro is the house mouse now. He has been inside the house, and what is inside the house is not what the men on his street have ever had to see. There's a phone in Osaro's bag, cracked screen, masking tape across the back. He has not thrown it away. He does not know why exactly, whether it is guilt or memory, or something closer to duty that does not yet have a name. Sometimes he takes it out and looks at the name written in biro, Idemodia E, and thinks about a mother somewhere in Benin City, who does not yet know that her son is not coming home, or who knows by now and has been carrying that knowledge alone since the day someone finally made the call he could not make. He cannot undo what happened to Idemodia. He cannot give that woman her son back. He cannot give himself back the land or the 14 months. What he can do, the only thing left that is still in his hands, is make sure Egosa never ends up on that road, with nobody left alive to call his own mother. That is what he is doing, slowly, the way honest things get done. The Edo people say, Etire waere, owa remare. The time you wake up is your morning. Osaro woke up. It was not the morning he planned, but it is the one he has, and he is not sleeping in it anymore. If this story is the world you actually live in, if you have ever stood at the edge of a road and wondered whether to walk it or turn back, subscribe. This is the Struggle NG. And Osaro's road was never far from the one a lot of us are still standing at the edge of.
I have walked through many cities, I have seen the bright neon lights, but my heart is calling me back to the red soil, to the land where my father's shadow lies. It is time to pack my bags. The journey is long, but the spirit is willing. I am going home. Oh, I am going home. Amen, amen. I am going to Benin. Yes, see. One went bedo, life is in Edo.